Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. And I've just watched West Ham 2, Southampton 3 in just such a poor game at the LS today. Really, really is. I don't know what's gone on with West Ham. I don't know what is going on. I can't understand where this drop off is. From the Liverpool game, we've just deflated. Like Wolves, Burnley, we weren't really good. All the games up to the Chelsea game, where, let's be honest, the Chelsea game, if we'd have got a draw at the game, we'd have said, okay, fair enough, that we flipped the win. But honestly, I just do not understand what's going on today. Really don't. Um, there's a lot of Deadwood players at this club. There really, really is. And we're relying on these Deadwood players to get us out of situations when we really do put ourselves in these situations. But I'll start off with the game. Obviously, we come out and I had a really bad feeling about it, even within the first 5 minutes of the game. And their winger, stroke striker, I don't want to butcher his name, puts it in, bottom corner, 1-0 up. And the first half was poor. It was really, really poor from us. I really do mean that. It was just lackluster, lack of ideas. Pablo Fornals, what has gone on with this kid? Since he's become a father, mate, his powers have gone from being a footballer. He was everyone's favourite West Ham son, and now he's just nowhere to be seen. I'll get onto the comments in a minute. I know there's comments in the chat. I will get onto them shortly. I just want to let this out. And yeah, we didn't really do a lot in the first half. Really, we huffed and puffed yet again, like we always do, but nothing of any note. Like Jared Bowen, Ben Rama were quiet. Vlasic. Now I'm going to get onto Vlasic. He's a player that is working hard and trying, but there is nothing else. There is nothing else of any note. Should he have been hooked at half time? I don't believe so. I believe you could have waited. I think it was very rash to go and get him out of there like straight away. But Moyes must have seen something. Must have seen something that's he just did not like. And yeah, just to make this short and sweet, we got to half time, we're 1-0 down, and Southampton could have even been 2-0 up if they had another great chance from the same player. So, yeah, we're at half time, 1-0, and I'm thinking we need to see a reaction second half. And he come out, he made two subs. Antonio and Lanzini was on for Fornals and Vlasic. Now, I can understand Fornals being subbed because I thought Fornals was really, really poor. But Vlasic is one I didn't understand. I would have left it a little while, left it 10, 15 minutes and just seen how he had gone. But we can't argue because it was an instant reply from Mikel Antonio and he's finally scored a goal. And yeah, like he come on and yeah, he looked like the Antonio of old. Now, if he can do that regularly, then we've got a good player in our hands, but it's very few and far between. But he scored the goal, we got back into the game, and then we just go and shoot ourselves in the foot again. Literally go and kill ourselves completely off by giving away a penalty. A stupid penalty. Now, people will criticise VAR, the ref, it ain't a penalty and all this, but where is our defending? Like, why is our defenders all over the place? Why is Craig Dawson falling over, staggering around? I see that at League Two standard. Don't see that in Prem. And we give away a penalty. Is it a penalty? If every West Ham fan right now would be saying we would want that if that was us. So to me, I think it is a pen. I will say that I do think it is a penalty. I think Dawson's out of control. He's all over the place and he just brings the player down, basically. I think the player does help himself, though. I will say that. I think he makes sure he goes down inside the box. But to me, I think it is a penalty. And for that matter. But James Ward-Prowse, a man who Andy Miles has said for a long time he would love at West Ham, steps up and never in doubt. Great penalty. Bottom corner, no chance for Fabianski, and then we're 2-1 down. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, why do we do this? This is West Ham of old. This is the old West Ham. This is West Ham going back to how they was 2, 3, 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Then we do a good bit of work down the right-hand side. Jay Bowen puts a ball in, and Saeed Ben Rama, my boy, steps up and bangs it in first time. Great goal. He makes that run quite a lot of times, but no one seems to pick him out. This time, Bowen picked him out, and he smashed it in. It's 2-2, and I'll be honest with you, I was fancy us to go on and win the game. I thought, you know what, we look good now. We can do this. And then before we even get going again, we have a free kick. Ball goes straight into the box, and Jan Bednarek, I think his name is, Polish centre half, headers it in. Unbelievable. Absolute unbelievable. Where's Craig Dawson on that? That is the question that I need to ask everyone. Where is Dawson's defending on that? Dawson against him, I'd fancy Dawson all day long. And he's just managed to get in front of him, header, goal, 3-2. And then it's sort of like 20 minutes to go, 80 minutes to go, and we're pushing and trying. And Rice is trying, and Lanzini was trying to do some passes, and Bowen was having a go. And then it got to a stage where Masuaku in the 90th minute decided to have a shot from about 45 yards. And then the game ends, and we end up losing the game 3-2. And for me, there's a lot of issues at West Ham, like starting from defensively all the way up to up front. I think there's a lot of players who's just not in sync with each other anymore. I really do mean that. I look at Fornals. Fornals is not the player that he is when he played Liverpool. I sat there and I watched him against Liverpool, and I was like, this kid, it's absolutely been first class. And then since then, he's just fallen off an edge of a cliff since he's had a kid. Like, I know it might be because he's a new father. Like, I don't know. You don't know what's going on in people's private lives and things like that. But it was just terrible again. And it just reminds me of the old West Ham way that we used to see for many years. The old West Ham way. Let's get to your comments. Let's have a look. We'll start off with Andy Miles. So many players know they are going to play all the time. No competition for places. I agree, 100%. Hi, Jones, mate. I hope you had a great Christmas. Sorry about the results. Don't be sorry, mate. It's West Ham, mate. I've watched it for years. Andy Miles. Vlasic is Ben Rama from last season, the one who gets sub first, no matter how good they play. Maybe should be changed the system. Maybe dropped Rice in the back three and have Crowell instead of Lanzini. For some crazy reason, Andy, I don't understand why he doesn't play Crowell. There must be something in it. He just don't play. We can't have just signed this player just for European football. And he ain't even playing European football or League Cup games. Surely not. Because why would you leave Spartak Moscow and just come here and just play? He hasn't even played 10 games this season. I think he's played about 6 or 5. I don't understand it. Epic cash time. Need to sell Fabianski, Masuaku, and Yarmolenko in January. These players are stealing the living. Fabianski, I don't think anyone can be critical of him today. Penalties, he can't do a lot with. The first goal was a great strike, and the second and the third goal, the winner, I think it's bad defending from Dawson, if I'm honest. But that's me. Be interesting to see who Moyes plays central midfield if the game goes ahead against Watford. Great question, Andy. Yeah, and I'm going to say this: if Noble comes in, there is no future for Crowell at this club because there's no reason to play Mark Noble in this game. Right, if Alex Crowell is there, you watch. If it is Noble, then to me that just says that Crowell, he just doesn't fancy Crowell at all. Epic, you know it'd be Noble. If it is Noble, then that's all it has to say about. That's all it has to say about Alex Crowell's West Ham career at present. Andy Cresswell with no ETA on his return and gonna needs to play next, in my opinion. Put him in, mate. I'm not being funny. Masuaku's just not good enough, and I don't understand. I really don't. I really don't understand why we have just gone so bad. So bad. People can say about the system, but I do feel there's a few issues here. I think the first issue is I think Soucek and Rice have been found out now how to play them. Obviously, I spoke to Daya, and me and Daya have had many debates about systems and things, and Daya says people go with a 3 in midfield, and it overruns them. I think if teams look at it, play Rice out the game, don't let Rice in the game, and double up on Soucek, and then that's where they get the joy. But it was poor. Dawson today, I know everyone will say, "Oh, Craig Dawson, you can't knock Craig Dawson," but not good enough. Not good enough. I do believe that is it now for Champions League. I really do, because these teams. I've looked at the results today. Arsenal go to Norwich, blown away 4-0. Last time I checked, Tottenham were 3-0 up, I think they were, or 2-0 up, or whatever it was. Like, comfortable. Like, these teams know how to sweep teams aside with no problems, and West Ham make it hard work. We're just not good enough at present. We really ain't, and it is a major, major concern. Do you know what I mean? Because we're dropping like a stone at the minute. For me, missing Rice against Watford's a massive blow, because he's the key vocal point in our midfield. If Noble comes in and Crowell and Soucek play together at National League, at country level, national level, then there is to say he just don't fancy Crowell, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Nothing against Noble, who's been a great servant to the club, but why is Crowell not playing? Manuel Lanzini, I thought he come on, he tried, it was good. His crossing for corners was absolutely horrendous, though. Hit and miss. One good one, two bad ones. Yeah, just not good enough, really. I've defended Arthur, but the last 4 games, no excuses. The problem is with Arthur, and this is the problem, is you've got a player there who can't defend. And this man just cannot defend for love or money. And when you've got a left back who can't defend, then it's just you're asking for trouble, basically. But it is what it is. Like, we know where we're at, basically. And come January, Daniel has to get his checkbook out and put some zeros on the end of these transfers. Like, we need some players at this club. Right? We are so lacking. It is frightening. Absolute frightening. We're lacking up front. We're lacking in the left back position. We're lacking centre halves. And I've seen things before where people have said, "Oh, if Zuma and Obona were there, these situations wouldn't happen." I understand that, but we still have got a problem at left back. Do you know what I mean? When Cresswell, we're asking Cresswell who's going to be our main vocal point in our team. He's been missing, and since he has been missing, we haven't won a game. I don't believe. Right? Oh, we've won one game. I think fluked it against Chelsea. That ain't good. Like, where is our attackers? Like, and I will bring Ben Rumman to it, even though Ben Rumman scored today. Right? He was quiet again in the first half. Bowen, I've wanted him to go up front. He was quiet in the first half. They're just quiet. Do you know what I mean? Fornells, Vlasic. Now, the interesting debate with Vlasic is people will say, should he have been subbed off? I don't believe he should have been. I believe Fornells should have been, because I thought Fornells was dreadful, right? But I don't believe Vlasic should have been subbed. I think you could have easily left it 15 minutes, seen how the game's gone, then think about it, maybe change it then. Do you know what I mean? But when you're going out with that team from the start, which I thought was a good team, now that lackluster, even Kufal, right? Where's Ben Johnson? Ben Johnson was phenomenally good. Like, why is he not playing? Do you know what I mean? What's Ben done to deserve to be not playing? Do you know what I mean? Ashby was really, really good, I thought, against, like, not phenomenally good against Tottenham, but decent. Nowhere to be seen. It's poor. It really is. What we got here. Andy, why can't we try a 3 of Rice, Soucek and Crowell together after Rice's suspension? I think he's just stubborn, mate. If I'm being truthfully honest, I think it's just stubbornness from him. And that, when I look at that, I think it's the right thing. Soucek, I'd have Soucek and Crowell and have Rice as more of an advancing midfielder, box to box. But for some reason, he doesn't want to do it. The performance today was poor. Was poor today, but the standard of the ref Kevin Friend today has been dreadful. Foster's time wasting, no consistency of cards compared to yellow for Rice, but we move on. I agree. Romero, I think his name is. Is it Romero? Their central midfield player. Brings someone down, doesn't even get booked. I don't think. Yeah, I don't like Kevin Friend as a ref anyway. Ben Johnson not long been back from injury. Probably didn't want to risk it. Yeah, but he risked him against Spurs, though, mate. Which, like, Why would you risk him against Spurs? And then, let's be honest, what is it now? Sunday? It's 4 days ago. I just don't understand it, really. Against Watford, Moyes won't have any choice but to go Krell, Soucek, Lanzini or Fornells. Yeah, Mandy, I agree. The issue is with it, before I wrap it up, is Moyes today. Can you really blame Moyes today for the result, or can you blame our defensive display? You can blame Moyes for picking them players, but let's be honest, we've only got two centre halves at the club in Dawson and Diop. Our left back is absolutely dreadful in Mazuaku. Our right back in Kufal wasn't great. So when we've got a bad defence, we're going to have concede goals. I cannot believe, and I don't like to do this, but Southampton has scored 3 goals against us, and this is a team who's known not for scoring many goals, and they've banged in 3, and they look pretty decent. I must admit, they really did. Do you know what I mean? Thanks again, James. Take care and drink some more. Here's my friend. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna need something. Ethan Lawrence. Dreading Watford game without Rice. Not sure where our drive is going from here. I agree, mate. I really do. I don't understand what has gone on with West Ham. I really don't. Ever since the international break, Trev Tube, evening, James. All disappointed today. Felt flat from the start. Yeah, I agree, Trev. The problem is, before I round it up, is that since the international break, we've won 1 game. That was Chelsea. We played poor against Brighton and drew. Poor really against Burnley and drew. We lost at Wolves. We got outplayed against Arsenal. Who else we played in that time? It'll come to me soon. But we've played games where we just haven't looked good at all. We really haven't. And I feel that the West Ham, this new West Ham is starting to fade away. And the old West Ham is rearing its ugly head again. That was West Ham of old. That was flat, lackluster. Like, only started to get into the game when there was 1-0 down or 2-1 down. And when I look at that performance and I look at the Liverpool game, it's night and day with me. The Liverpool game, we was phenomenally good. Today, we was absolutely shambolic crap, honestly, defensively. Like, Issa Diop, like, I try and defend him, but he can't defend. He's undefendable at the minute. And Craig Dawson, now, you can't really knock Craig Dawson. He's a £2.2 million player, but it is what it is. Moving on to Watford. No Declan Rice, so it gets better. I don't know. I'm dreading that game. Me personally, I fear for that game. No Declan Rice, that means we've got no drive at all from midfield. No one is going to take the ball and just run with the ball. But we will wait and see. I'm going to be doing the player ratings in about 35 minutes time with West Ham Unofficial at 6:30. So be sure to check that out if you're around. And yeah, my final thought is this. I don't know what's going on with West Ham, and roll on January. January cannot come quick enough. As soon as January the 1st comes, I want to see players at his club, because I am getting pissed off with keep seeing these players like Yarmolenko, Mazuaku blagging a living. They are blagging a living. I'm sorry. They're just not good enough. They really ain't. Anyway, that's enough from me. I hope everyone's had a very good Christmas. It obviously isn't the present we was asking for, but we move on. We really do. I'm gutted. Really am. This top 4 dream is fading and dying, but we've got Watford in 2 days' time. We've got to get up for it. There's no two ways about it. We're going to have no Ben Rama, no Rice. We need to either change the system, go free at the back, or do something different, boys. Because today, whatever we're doing is just not working. We're not on the front foot anymore. We're on the back foot. And I think someone said in the commentary before I go, they said teams have sussed West Ham out now. Give West Ham the ball, let them play, and contain them and work on your own game, and that's how you beat them. And so it was today. Southampton didn't really have to do a lot to get them 3 points, really. The penalty is debatable, but it is what it is. But the third goal, with all the hype that we've got, Rice, Soucek, Diop, Dawson, and their centre half gets an header for the winner. That to me is just gutted. It really is. But we will see. Anyway, I'll catch you in about 25, 35 minutes' time. Anyway, take care, everyone. All the best. Another day in the life of being a West Ham fan. Come on, you Irons.